Good afternoon. It is currently around noon on March 16th, 2024. It's a Saturday. Last night I moved back into my college dorm after spring break, and today it's a kind of relaxed day. There's almost no one in my building yet who's also come back, so it's really quiet. I think I'm gonna go around to some of my friends' rooms and maybe just some random people's rooms and put like post-it notes on their door with some kind of messages or something, because it feels like the one time I can kind of do that. Um, and like the one day where I'm here and almost no one else is. And my room is also very messy. If you've been paying attention to the background, I just kind of brought all my stuff in from my car and it's all over the place. I went to Trader Joe's to get some food because the dining halls aren't even open yet. So that's now in my freezer and on my desk. I was doing some yoga last night. I've been getting into doing yoga. I've always done it with my mom. Not always, but like since I was much younger, I've tried yoga with my mom because it's something that she's done a lot and always enjoyed it. Never made it a regular practice. So that's what I'm hoping to do in the future. And so far, so good. It's definitely helpful to have an accountability buddy. And also hoping to get back in the gym, lifting weights somehow, even if it's relatively um, short sessions or not that often because I'm bogged down with other things that are taking up my time. Just like getting back to a regular practice again. I've been so inconsistent that getting back to anything consistent would be awesome. That's the goal at this point. And yeah, I have a lot of schoolwork to do, so it's not super relaxed, but it just feels the environment is very relaxed. And I've been thinking about like, sorry if my pacing is like bothering you. I pace around all the time. My arm is also getting tired, so I need to like support it with my other arm or flip this, and then I'm gonna have to flip it back in editing, or else you're watching this upside down right now. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Schoolwork. Yeah, I was thinking about like how can I replicate this environment in my life when I don't know, like I just feel so relaxed, and I don't know if like if I was by myself, I feel like it would have a similar effect because it's just like there aren't people around me. I'm thinking about if I was to like not be in school basically. Is there a way that I can create this environment rather than being by myself and feel like really anxious all the time? And I don't know, that like there's just something, I feel like there's something about the fact that I know this is a place that is usually busy and that will be busy very soon, that makes the lack of like busyness really calming. But also like there may be something too just being by myself truly, and that being really calming, because I was thinking about like spring break, that didn't feel calming to me really. I felt kind of anxious a good amount, and again like there are so many other factors, but you know I can't totally blame it on just like how many people are around me, right? But I was with my family, I was with other people, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I guess my default environment being somewhat of a social environment, uh, like where I live being a place where there's lots of other people, flipping the camera again, is like a question and is something to maybe consider, or just like, I don't know. It's just interesting, and I'll kind of see how it goes. But like I said, I have a lot of work to do today. I'm going to clean up my room. I'm going to find somewhere to probably legally park my car for a bit, because where I usually park my car, I have to take a bus back from there. And there's a single bus running for our entire campus right now. Usually there's like, on a normal school day, there's like, I don't know, 20 buses or more maybe running at the same time. it will take me forever if I park in my normal spot and try to get the bus back. I have to time it up with where it goes. I don't want to. I don't really want to deal with that. So I'm just gonna find another place to go, and place that's closer to my dorm. Place I usually park is really far away, which is why I have to take a bus back. I could also walk, but it would take like an hour, uh, probably. So maybe it's really nice outside, relatively nice outside. It's not super warm, but it's sunny and relatively warm. It's been getting warmer, and that's been really nice to just get outside. And it's hard to be sad when it's sunny and warm outside and you're outside. At least for me personally, that's huge. That's a huge has a huge impact on my mood. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get through a good amount of work today, but I feel like I don't know. It's definitely just nice when I feel like there are no super hard deadlines on me. Like today, if I don't do anything, I'll be fine. Like if I literally sit down and like I don't know, if I just sleep through the entire next 24 hours, like that's okay. I don't have to accomplish anything. And it can be totally useful to have deadlines, and I do have deadlines. It's just due more than 24 hours in the future, about 48 hours or 36 hours, I don't know. But I feel like there's something really relaxing knowing that you don't have to do something right now that I think honestly tends to put me in a better mood, tends to put me in a better headspace for getting work done that I like getting towards like electing to do work. I don't know. I feel like when I don't know. I just think like there's definitely something to that where I'm more relaxed and it feels like more of a reward to do the same work because I know I don't have to today. So doing it today, even though I have to do the work, if I waited to do it till tomorrow, then I feel like, okay, I'm just doing it because I have to do it today. But if I wait until, but if I do it today, if I do it early, then it's like I'm doing something I don't have to do. And I feel like I'm rewarded. I feel good about doing that. And obviously, I'm doing something that I actually do have to do and would eventually, I'd eventually have to do it anyways. So it just feels better, doing work early. And when you can get ahead, it's always good. Feeling like, again, I've been doing that very recently with like video projects that I've been doing that are just really tight deadlines. It just is what it is. Like there's not much of a way to like be early because like it just there isn't really a way. Flipping again. But and I've done the same thing with schoolwork. Like first semester, almost all of my assignments, I was just like doing them at the last minute. I just got behind and then kind of stayed behind, and I really had a lot of work and like a lot of big film projects and things like that. This semester, I think I've been doing a better job. And again, like when you're behind, when I'm behind on everything and just doing everything right before the deadline, again, it just doesn't feel good to do it. It feels like I need to do this now. And so I get it done reliably, pretty reliably. At the same time, again, the feeling of reward from doing it just really isn't there. It's a necessity, it doesn't feel at all like a want. And when I can do things early, it feels like, I don't know, like I kind of want to do this. I don't know. I'm trying to like think through the psychology of it, the like training, conditioning, kind of like whatever. I've rambled enough. I didn't think this was going to be this long, but maybe I'll talk again in this video at some point. Maybe I won't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like when I put things together, but I'm going to film some of my day and just kind of document. And again, probably record some kind of voiceover just talking about how it went, or my thoughts at some point. So, yeah.
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today, staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long. For me, only for me.
Oh, it's hot. Oh.
Come to me now, to me, rest your head for just 5 minutes every.
So as I was cleaning out my room, I found this empty box of chocolates that my girlfriend gave me for Valentine's Day. And I decided to make a little art piece with it using the Micron pens that my mom just gave me as a little gift. And yeah, I just didn't want to throw it out. It was kind of pretty, so made it into something, and now I'm going to stick it on my wall.
Only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
There is a gym that I just found out is open on another one of my school's campuses. And so I think I'm gonna drive there and do a little workout while there still aren't too many people here, and enjoy a chill workout while I still can. Hopefully it'll be chill. I don't know. It could be really crowded. I don't know. Chill workout, it was not. I had a really weird session. I kind of went too hard with my intensity in the first couple of exercises that I did, and started feeling really nauseous and lightheaded in a way that I've never felt before. So I got to the third exercise. It was these hack squats, and after 2 sets of that, I was just really not feeling well. So I spent like 15 minutes in the locker room just sitting down trying to see if I would feel better, and I did. So I tried to do one more set of bicep curls and ended up just going back to feeling how I was before. So dropped the weights, left the gym, cut my workout short. That was unfortunate. I was trying to do some new intense training techniques that I've been watching videos about on YouTube, and I think this was a reminder that I got to take everything in context and definitely ease into things myself. I just got back to my dorm, still feeling nauseous and just generally pretty terrible. I have never experienced this feeling exactly this badly. It's not like terrible, like I'll be okay, but I feel a little lightheaded and definitely nauseous. Like my stomach hurts, but like in a weird way that I can't really explain. Almost like I'm like really hungry, but like a little bit more on the pain side. I don't know. But I think I learned my lesson. The gym was relatively empty, as these gyms go, although there was still plenty of people. I'm definitely not going to be that lucky again, and I don't know how often I'll go to that campus specifically. It's pretty easy to always go there. If the gym is always really crowded, I don't need to go to a further away gym. There is a closer one, it's just not open there now, which is also extremely crowded. So I don't think any of the gyms are really quiet, besides maybe at certain times in the middle of the day when a lot of people are at classes. I'm gonna try to keep making time for it. It makes me feel good, I enjoy it, and yeah, it's fun. Obviously, gotta be smart, and hoping to do that more in future workouts. I think it's fun to document workouts as well. Time to get to work now, because I got a lot of schoolwork to do, and it is already 5:15 p.m. So I don't really know whether to eat or not right now. I kind of want to. I don't know if it's a good idea. I think I'm going to, just to kind of get some energy back in me, drink some water, eat something. and get to work and hopefully start feeling better soon. This is a 16-page reading I took notes on from my religious studies class and honestly didn't get much out of. I feel like a lot of the readings I've been doing, ones like this, are using labels to describe reality in ways that it just doesn't need to be described. It's been a few hours since I read this, and I honestly don't remember anything of significance from it. I have to watch this 85-minute film for my religious studies class for homework, and the max quality on this is 360p in all of its glory. Nice. Next assignment is more religious studies. I have this 85-minute film that I have to watch and take notes on. This one I actually got a lot more out of. Really interesting debate between Native American rights to religion versus sort of economy, industry, mining on their lands, those kind of things, even like people doing rock climbing on places that they deem sacred, and what is sacred and how can we protect everyone's rights under the First Amendment, and what happens when these things overlap. Pretty interesting. Then I had to write a response to the film, which came pretty naturally because I was interested in the things that it said and kind of fascinated by it. Setting up my phone to record time lapses of me working today had a bunch of benefits that I didn't anticipate. First of all, I don't have my phone while I'm doing the time lapse, so that's one less thing to be distracted by. Second of all, the time lapse is meant to be of me working, and so I'm more likely to stay on task because I want it to look like I'm working, and I don't want it to look like I'm getting distracted. Third, it's a really nice reward to finish up my work and then go watch the time lapse. It's like all my work wrapped up in this little bow of a video. It does feel like a little sad that I have to document my work to be rewarded by it, but I would still rather get the work done than not, and if it's going to help me do that, I'll take it. It's still giving me all the benefits of doing the work. It's just a way of getting me there, getting me to doing something I already wanted to do, but is sometimes hard to bring myself to do. It reminds me of something that Joe Rogan said where he's like, pretend that a documentary crew is following you around all day, every day, and act how you would if that was happening. And most people would do the work they're meant to do, waste a lot less time, spend a lot less time lying in bed, snoozing their alarm or whatever, because you know that, well, people are watching you. And I feel like that's just really interesting because it's not that you don't want to be living that way, it's just an extra motivator to do it. That's how it feels to me, at least. So I think it's a good thing. Before I go to sleep, I'm doing a little 10-minute yoga practice. And finally, before I go to sleep, we have some inception with me editing some of this video. Let me know what you thought of this style. It's relatively low-key, it's not a ton of effort for me. It's definitely more effort than a normal podcast video. It's not to say I don't want to do it occasionally, not something I can do every day or will probably do every week, but something to mix in, and honestly really cool for me to have documentation of the things I do, something I want to do more regardless of whether it gets posted on YouTube or not. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it, if you have any thoughts about anything that I said, or just any thoughts at all, completely unrelated thoughts. I'm happy to hear them. It could be anything, literally anything.